Well, it's after Christmas and it's after New Year, and I'm guessing that Tasmania must be open again because I turned up to the post office this morning, and after some fruitless visits through the last couple of weeks, there's a few parcels here to go through. So I thought, well, why not open them and we can have a look at them together. So let's do that. We'll start with this one. So this is an LED bulb LED. Okay, it's I don't think I've ever seen one of these packages before. It's very silvery. And it is an LED light, which was another one of those late night purchases that probably, I guess we all get involved in. But this is an LED, I don't know, light that goes over a tap, I guess. And it's supposed to indicate whether it is actually hot or cold as the water goes through. So I'm intrigued to see if that will work at all. Okay, go for it. Cold, yep. Now move it to the warm. Colour changes to yellow and then to red, back to cold again. Beautiful. And what? Anyway, let's move on to something a little more sensible. Which is CPU cooling CPU. Almost as good as LED. So let's see how we go. Trying to cut things. There we go. That worked well. And a couple of tubes of thermal paste, because I'm starting to get some ESP32 cams and also some orange pies, and they're great little units, but they do produce a bit of heat. So I have got some heat sinks, and this paste here is very good for affixing those heat sinks to the CPUs. So that's a good one. Alrighty, let's have a look at the next one, which is, that's really hard to read, fixed wireless terminals. All right, so we can stab this a little better this time. There we go. Fixed wireless terminals. I have no idea what that is. Thanks, Stephen, for sending that though. Yes, I think I do know what that is. So these are long range. Gee, they're so small, but they're supposed to be for long range communication. So we are putting a gate in at the end of the property, and what we're looking to do is to automate it. So yeah, so maybe a button from the top of the house, and the gate is actually probably a good 120 meters away from the house, and so this might be an option to automate that. So that's the theory. All right, that is CPU. No, there's fixed wireless terminals. Okay. Next one is Heatsink. Oh, well, that'll match up pretty well with the Heatsink paste. Let's have a look. Oh, yeah, some lovely heat sinks there. So, yeah, look, I do have some heat sinks. Let me just grab one over here, because I was using this one the other day. So you can see the difference. And with the orange pie cases that I'm printing, this one is just a little too large, whereas this guy, that's pretty perfect. So Yeah, so it's, I'm guessing 100 of those. Yeah, it says 100 pieces, so not that I usually bother counting them, but that's what they're for, so that matches up with the paste very well. Terrific. Let's see what else we've got. Hesitant to open this one for a couple of reasons. It says card 1, which is, it's very light, and it says it's from Uzbekistan. Okay, from Tash. So that, I don't remember ordering anything from Tash from Uzbekistan. Let's see what it is. Ah, actually, yes, I do remember ordering these things. So again, this is more to do with the various orange pies that I've got flowing into the place at the moment, and the fact that they run from an SD card, most of them anyway. You can buy the higher end ones that do have some memory on board, but I was struggling to find the adapters to put in, you know, the USB adapters, and then the card goes in here, and also for programming up the G code for the 3D printer as well. So these are just cheap and cheerful adapters, 5 of them, for, I don't know, it was something like ridiculous, like it was under $1, I'm pretty sure. And hopefully, if they work, they'll be able to go from the SD card to USB. Excellent. Next is Deburring Blades. Oh, and thank you, Pile of Stuff, for again providing inspiration. If you've done some 3D printing, and I'm starting to do that now, then you'll know that the edges are sometimes not as you would wish. And so I was watching a very similar video from Pile of Stuff a week, or it must be more than a week ago. Yeah, must be more than a week ago. But he was saying how terrific it is to have a deburring tool to just take the edges off the 3D prints, which which will be good. So let's have a look at this. Lots of blades. It sits in here. There we go. Locks in, and then yeah, it rotates around, and it just, I don't know that I've got anything. Let's see if I've got something in the tub of shame. Yeah, I do have a few things in the tub of shame. All right, here's a half printed mount, and it's supposed to have a ball up here, but let's just say that you weren't happy with the edge along here, then the deburring tool is just for, and look at that, that is a beautiful thing. You can see that just takes that off nicely. So Pile of Stuff, again, very, very good advice for that one. Keep them coming, that's fantastic. And this goes back to the tub of shame, which is growing. All right, I'll keep that with the other 3D printing stuff. And we move on. This is Tnut. Okay, which sounds like a bit of a character from an 80s sitcom, but you know, let's see what the Tnut actually is. Again, Pile of Stuff. This is actually just like a Pile of Stuff mailbag, not a OneCircuit mailbag at all. These are brilliant things, which again, thank you for pointing these out. But when you have some issues getting some screws into 3D printed components, these little guys, and I'll link in Pile of Stuff's original video, because you know I'm not going to do it. He did it so well. But what he did was he put a soldering iron in one end, and then it just melts into the plastic, and then you can screw in your screws. So that is a fantastic little invention again. So yeah, brilliant. Thanks, Pile of Stuff. Keep them coming. Fantastic. All right, what do we got next? Network cards, W4x21. And this is coming from Uzbekistan again. What is going on with the Uzbekistan? that is very interesting. Anyway, ours is not to reason why. Let's see what's in here. Ah, okay, yep. So a couple of little network adapters here, USB network adapters, and they're just for, again, plugging into the Orange Pis, so that you can get wireless from wherever you are in the house. So yeah, not a bad little thing. Again, like, they don't cost anything, and there's always a reason to make something wireless, isn't there? So fantastic. All right, terrific. Surely must be getting close to the end. This is the MP3. Great. Really interested to see what the MP3 actually is. The MP3 is actually just some earbuds, really, and with microphone. Yes. So for those occasions when you need to be hands-free, for instance, in the car, and I've got a few of these before, they are pretty good. So I just got a couple more because it's always good to have them in different locations. So that, I think, let me just check with Santa again. Yep, that is it. That is the mailbag for today. A nice short one, which is good, and some really useful stuff, particularly the 3D printing stuff. This is very interesting, the long range modules, I guess, for communicating to each other. Little SD cards, the heat sinks. Great set of knickknacks, so well done. And again, once again, thank you to Polar Stuff, the inspiration. Fantastic. See you next time.